If you thought Salem was dramatic last week, hold on tight. Tuesday, July 8th, delivers an absolute firestorm of confrontations, confessions, and steamy entanglements. From Gwen's shocking return to Leo's emotional collapse, this episode is a roller coaster of betrayal, passion, and high-stakes choices. Let's dive into all the juicy developments you cannot afford to miss. Let's start with the bombshell that's about to shake the walls of the Horton house. Gwen Riacek is back, and she's not here to make peace. She doesn't sneak in quietly or ask for forgiveness. Instead, Gwen bursts into the Horton living room wearing none other than Julie Williams's prized missing necklace, a bold and dangerous move that instantly sets everyone on edge. The tension is immediate. Julie spots the necklace, and her eyes widen, not just in disbelief, but in fury. This isn't just a piece of jewelry. It's a sentimental treasure, a family heirloom, and Gwen walking in with it around her neck is practically a declaration of war. Julie, never one to mince words, confronts her without hesitation. Her voice is sharp, her tone cutting, demanding answers. But here's the twist. Gwen doesn't look shocked or remorseful. She stands her ground, unfazed, with that all-too-familiar smug expression that always suggests she knows something the others don't. Now the stakes get higher. Will Chad DiMera step in and defend Julie? Will he try to de-escalate, or pour gasoline on the fire? And what's more, where did Gwen really get that necklace? Did she steal it? Was it planted on her? Or is this entire display a calculated power move? This scene could ignite one of Salem's infamous family blowouts. And one thing is clear, Gwen's return is about to unravel more than just one mystery. But here's where things get even darker. There's a whisper swirling around Salem, and it's getting louder. Gwen's sudden return may not be entirely her own doing. All signs are pointing to one man, E.J. DiMera. We know E.J. is no stranger to manipulation. He doesn't play games unless he's holding all the cards. And now, rumor has it that Gwen might be working under E.J.'s direction, whether she realizes it or not. Is Gwen a willing accomplice, or has she been roped into one of E.J.'s covert operations? The necklace could be more than just a spark for family drama. It could be a decoy, meant to divert attention from something far more sinister. What if this is all part of a bigger blueprint, one that involves retribution, betrayal, and a carefully planted distraction to keep Salem's residents looking the wrong way while E.J. makes his next move? If Gwen is just the first domino to fall, who's next? And what does this say about E.J.'s growing thirst for control in Salem? Whatever the truth is, Gwen's return may not just be a personal vendetta. It could be the opening move in a much broader, much darker game orchestrated by the DiMera patriarch himself. While Salem's high society deals with stolen jewels and secret plots, Leo Stark is fighting a very different battle, one that's far more personal, and far more exhausting. Being a caregiver to a baby has proven to be way beyond what Leo expected. In classic Leo fashion, he may have imagined cute outfits, Instagram-worthy moments, and doting attention. But the reality? It's crying, spit up, no sleep, and relentless emotional and physical fatigue. He's unraveling. His usual flair and sarcasm are nowhere to be found. Instead, we see a man completely overwhelmed, confused by how fast his life has changed, and quietly panicking over whether he's cut out for this at all. Thankfully, Gabby Hernandez steps in to lend a hand, and her no-nonsense attitude helps calm the storm, at least momentarily. But Gabby's support does more than just lighten the load. It opens a crack in Leo's carefully guarded armor. Later, in a heartfelt and uncharacteristically serious conversation with Javi Hernandez, Leo finally lets the mask fall. He opens up about his own childhood wounds, the loneliness, the instability, and the deep-seated insecurities that still haunt him. This is a powerful emotional moment, and one that suggests Leo's struggles aren't just about diapers and pacifiers. They're about identity, legacy, and whether he can be the kind of person he never had growing up. Could this be the start of a genuine transformation for Leo Stark? Or is this a fleeting moment of honesty before he spirals further? Either way, this emotional unraveling could mark the beginning of a new, rawer, and more relatable version of Leo that viewers haven't seen before. Now let's turn our attention to one of the most dangerously complicated storylines of the episode, the passionate yet increasingly perilous connection between Ari Horton and Doug Williams III. From the outside, their chemistry is magnetic, undeniable, even electric. But beneath the surface lies a storm that's ready to explode. Doug has been trying, not very successfully, to push Ari away. He's distant, cold at times, giving her every signal that this relationship should end. But Ari refuses to walk away. Her heart is in too deep, and she can sense that Doug's sudden coldness is more fear than rejection. So what does she do? She confronts him head-on. It's a raw, emotional scene, Ari pleading for honesty, demanding to know why the man who once couldn't stay away from her is now retreating into silence. And in the heat of that emotional showdown, Doug caves. His defenses crumble, and he gives in, not just to her questions, but to one more night of passion. They share an intense and intimate moment, filled with both desperation and desire. But here's the dark twist. Doug isn't trying to protect his heart. He's trying to protect hers. Unbeknownst to Ari, Doug has gotten himself into serious trouble. He's in deep with loan sharks, dangerous people who don't play games. He owes them more than just money. And now, with Ari back in his life, she becomes a vulnerable target. Ari thinks she's fighting for love, but what she's really doing is walking straight into danger. One wrong move, one wrong night, and she could pay the ultimate price, not for her mistakes, but for Doug's. Meanwhile, someone else is watching this dangerous romance unfold, and he's not staying silent any longer. That someone is Rafe Hernandez, and when he learns about Ari's deepening involvement with Doug, he doesn't sugarcoat his reaction. His response is one word, sharp and cutting: disaster. And he's not wrong. Rafe knows all too well what happens when good people fall into bad situations out of love, loyalty, or blind hope. He's seen it play out before, and he recognizes every warning sign. To him, Ari is spiraling. She's letting her heart override her judgment, and she's getting too close to a man who's tied up in criminal debt and danger. What makes this even more urgent is Rafe's emotional investment. He's not just a lawman, he's family. And family doesn't sit back and watch someone they love walk into a trap. So the question becomes, can Rafe get through to Ari before it's too late? Can he pull her out of this toxic entanglement with Doug before someone gets seriously hurt? Or is Ari too far gone, too wrapped up in Doug's charm and chemistry to hear reason? This storyline is building toward a cliff, and Rafe might be the only one who sees it coming. But seeing it is one thing, stopping it is another. While secrets explode and danger lurks around every corner, there's at least one storyline in Salem that's offering a bit of heat in a more seductive way: the rekindled flame between Stephanie Johnson and Alex Kuriakis. These two have always had chemistry. It's that kind of slow burn that never really goes out. And in Tuesday's episode, that flame ignites again, only this time, it's stronger, hotter, and a little more complicated. Their flirtation starts innocently enough: playful banter, a lingering look, maybe a moment that lasts a few seconds too long. But it doesn't take much for old feelings to bubble to the surface. Stephanie, sharp and driven, finds herself letting her guard down. And Alex, with his charm turned all the way up, is ready to meet her halfway, and then some. The tension builds until finally, it spills over into a steamy, emotionally charged moment. But here's the question that hangs over this encounter: is this just physical? Or is something real beginning to take root? Because in Salem, nothing is ever simple. Passion always comes with strings attached. And with both of them carrying emotional baggage, and a history that includes miscommunication and heartbreak, This could either be the start of something beautiful, or a short-lived escape that only leads to more confusion. What happens next between Stephanie and Alex could change the trajectory of both of their futures. But in this town, when the sparks fly, someone always gets burned. And don't forget, tension is mounting for Chanel Dupree Demera. A mysterious memory card may hold edited footage from the night EJ was shot, and Chanel's visit to the Demera mansion might be caught on tape. Now she faces an intense interrogation from Jada Hunter. Chanel's future, and her freedom, may depend on what that footage does or doesn't reveal. Will the truth exonerate her, or destroy her? Tuesday's episode of Days of Our Lives is bursting at the seams with emotional explosions and unexpected turns. From Gwen's menacing return and stolen jewelry to Leo's emotional unraveling, Ari's dangerous romance, and Chanel's looming crisis, Salem is a powder keg ready to blow. Every character is facing a crossroads. Will Gwen fall deeper into EJ's schemes? Can Leo overcome the ghosts of his past? Is Doug dragging Ari into a storm she can't survive? And will Chanel's truth be her salvation, or her downfall? This episode isn't just packed with drama, it's a masterclass in layered storytelling. So what do you think? Is Gwen playing a deeper game? Can Rafe protect Ari before it's too late? And how long can Leo keep it together under pressure? Let us know in the comments below. Your theories might be closer to the truth than you think. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another twist in Salem's tangled web. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Days of Our Lives.